Welcome to the Toronto Livings Podcast, a conversation about all things Toronto with a focus on real estate, the culture, and of course, the food.
I'm Mark Savell.
And I'm Joey Virgilio.
And we're realtors with Sage Real Estate working together as a Toronto Livings team with a focus on helping you buy better, sell higher, and of course, having a little bit of fun along the way. All right, Joey.
Mark.
How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to episode 7.
7. Feeling like heaven. Which is appropriate because it's Easter.
It is Easter. Weekend. Oh, nice tie-in there.
Right?
I like that.
How you been?
I've been good. Yeah. We had an interesting week this week. We had a busy week.
Yeah.
Kind of busy and not busy at the same time for me. But yeah, how have you been? How was your week?
Good. I met up with Alex Wong, Stephen LeBron.
Yes.
From the Will and Alex Raptors podcast show.
Oh, yes.
He graciously took me to check out the premiere of Air.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. I've seen it too, actually.
What'd you think?
I liked it.
Liked it?
Yeah. I was on board. I thought everyone did a great job.
It was a bit predictable.
Okay.
We knew Nike got Jordan. But I guess hearing the story from the perspective of, I can't remember, Matt Damon.
Yeah.
I don't know what his character's name was, but.
Yes. Yeah. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Yeah, of course. That dynamic duo.
Yeah.
The Shark and Swan combo. It's the same vibes going on. It was good. It kind of had like a little bit of Wolf of Wall Street vibes, like the way it was filmed. Did you feel that?
I can get that.
A little bit?
I can get it. Yeah.
If you like that, you should check out Phil Knight has a book called Shoe Dog, and Phil Knight is Ben Affleck in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he talks about like the founding of Nike and where they take it to, and they do touch upon the story of Jordan and how they landed him.
No way. Okay, so you've read that.
Yeah.
And you knew the story going into it. So even more predictable on your part.
I also own Jordan 5 golf shoes, so.
Okay, so you're invested 100%.
I kind of knew Nike got him, but the show was good. The company was great. We went, me and Alex went for ramen on college after. Yeah, we went to Tandou Ramen. 596 College Street.
How was it?
It was pretty good.
Was it?
Yeah. We got the chef special.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The chef special.
Well, it's just a fancy name.
You gotta sell it.
Yeah. It's typical ramen. There was nothing like super special about it. Do you like ramen?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Oh, we should go.
We should go.
Yeah. There's a really good spot at near Chris Mulder's office on the Danforth, Broadview and Danforth.
Yeah.
It's called RYU Noodles.
RYU Noodles.
Yeah, or RYU Noodles.
Yeah.
I break it down. RYU Noodles. Yeah, good spot.
I'm on board. Yeah.
Do you put egg in yours?
Definitely. I always put an extra one too.
Same. Well, for different reasons. You're jacked. I just like eggs.
No, I also like eggs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we had ramen. That was really good. That's funny. What day did you see Air?
We went on Thursday.
Thursday?
Yeah,
nice.
Thursday. Yeah.
Holy Thursday.
Holy Thursday.
Fun fact about Jordan. So he's been trying to sell his house for like a decade.
Right.
And they haven't sold it yet.
Okay.
But I was reading somewhere that whoever buys it gets every pair of Jordans ever created.
Perk and a half, right? There. Yeah, that's a perk and a half.
The only thing I'm thinking of is what if it's not your size? Can you be like Mr. Jordan?
We need to reorder.
Yeah.
Each every shoe.
Like 10 mil off the price, or like get me the right size. I would, if this if this like show takes off entirely, we should buy it.
I'm in. I'm 50-50.
I have no idea where it is.
Well, they're going to have to get 2 sets of shoes then if that's the case. Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
Bidding war?
So one winner takes all.
Where'd you go? Did you go anywhere exciting?
This week, where did I go? I went to, I was in Bolton this week.
The motherland.
Back to the motherland.
Nice.
Yeah. Actually, this week, we had a closing.
We did. High five.
High five.
It closed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you hear that in the sound effects there in the room? Yeah.
That was like high end.
Yeah. I'm going to sample that and make a
Please.
Sound
Yeah. I'm down for anything for side hustle.
So we had a closing in a condo in High Park.
Yeah.
It was a tricky one to
Very
say the
much.
least. Yeah.
We did that deal like first week of January.
Yeah.
It was like a New Year's deal.
Well, yeah, because we started having the conversations in December.
Yeah.
And it kind of carried into the next year.
Yeah. Because it's that weird week between Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah. Where lawyers just disappear.
Yeah.
Everybody just disappears. I mean, everybody disappears.
But even time doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like, is it Thursday, Sunday?
Yeah.
Do I wear clothes today? Like, yeah. I mean, at home, not in public. You know what I mean? So we did that, and we knew it was kind of going to be a tricky one, but it did. There was one point where we were like, we might have to push this back months.
Yes. But that's it was this conversation of like, I don't think it's going to make it on time. And then slowly but surely came together. Yeah. And we closed and on time.
Yeah. That was a tricky one because of the tenants. There was a little bit of misunderstanding is when they were supposed to be out.
Yeah.
They, for a little bit, didn't want to leave.
Yes, which is always a tricky situation. Yeah. You have to walk a very careful line.
Yeah. But Shark and Swan got it done.
Made sure it happened.
Oh, can we hear the swan again? Dude, the swan sound. I laugh. Just do the swan, please. I can't look at you. That's good.
Okay, it's gonna work even better with the echo.
Okay, right? Drop it.
Also, by the way, I looked up what a swan actually sounds like.
Is it that?
No, it's like a horn. It sounds like a horn.
A horn?
Yeah, it sounds like a trumpet.
Let's hear it. I think that's even better than the horn. I've never heard a swan. Maybe I know.
I know. It starts as a yell and then turns into it's like a
Well, if we have any other troubles getting a tenant out, I think if we
start banging on the door.
Leave now. Amazing. Well, Quebec is closed, so high five on
that. High five. Wow. There's that sample.
Love it. I see here you sampled Blasphemy Espresso.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
Okay, Blasphemy Espresso is not a place.
Okay.
But it is blasphemy for what you practice and what you preach.
Okay.
I made a stop at Tim Hortons. Listen, I needed caffeine. It was last second. And I pulled into the drive-thru and I said,
drive-thru coffee, oh God.
Oh yeah, I did. And I said, can I get a double espresso, please?
Oh, did you wait? No, I feel like if you go to Tim Hortons, it's okay to call it an espresso.
yeah, that's it. You need the X in there.
You can have an espresso and they're like, oh, sure, right away.
Yeah, it was a drive-thru. Of course you can.
Yeah, espresso.
Love it. Anyways, I took the first sip. I needed a caffeine kick. And I'm not going to lie to you, it was pretty damn good.
Did you put sugar in it?
No. Black. Yeah. It was black. It was straight, and it was. I mean, mind you, I was up the whole night afterwards. I drank the espresso at maybe like 8 o'clock
at night.
So like it was a bad idea to begin with.
Yeah, and it was a double.
It was a double
from a drive-thru.
But the flavor was actually. I was on board. Okay, I was on board.
We're gonna have to talk off camera. This is not part of the contract. You should not be drinking that mud water. What would you give it out of 10?
I'm going to give it, okay, listen, I'm going to give it a 7.5. I'm going to give it a 7.5. It's Tim Hortons. And I stay away from Tim Hortons coffee because I do not like their coffee. But I got to give it up to the espresso. I don't know what it was. They did it right.
Moving on. We're going to talk about some good coffee here. I went to the College Street procession on Friday. Good Friday.
College Street procession.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's we did as kids. My nonna and my mom, we used to always go.
Yeah. So because we were just talking about it before, but explain again what it was.
It's legit a procession with Jesus walks, like Kanye West, Jesus walks across college. There's 3 Jesuses and they go through the stations of the cross.
Right.
So he gets whipped. He doesn't get crucified in front of people, but they whip him, they push him. Like it's intense.
Oh, it's like they get into it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Jesus goes through a lot on college. It's intense. Like, I don't know, but it was packed. It was good seeing that. They were closed. Oh, not closed. They didn't do it during COVID for 3 years.
Right. Oh yeah. So they probably had like a sea of people getting ready to.
The nonnas and the nonos were out.
Yeah.
So we treated each other, me and the wife, we've been doing it for a couple of years now. She comes out, she supports my belief in the College Street procession. And we went to Sicilian Sidewalk Cafe. I gotta give a shout out, Super Mario. If you want a real proper espresso, go to him.
Okay, all right.
Ask for Super Mario. Tell him Savell sent you. Sicilian Sidewalk Cafe. That is my go-to spot.
I like it.
South of Bloor, you're never gonna be gone wrong. Yeah. So we got some cannolis to go.
Okay.
Yeah, we had that for dinner. Well, with our dinner.
Yeah.
You do fish on Friday?
Supposed to.
Oh my goodness! Did you have meat?
I got a text from my dad.
Yeah.
Don't eat meat on Friday, and like literally, he texted this and a plate. We're talking about eggs. A plate of eggs and bacon and sausage. I got the Mars Grand Slam.
Oh my goodness!
Just as I got that text, and I was like, oh.
Did you still eat it?
I missed this one.
Yeah.
Every last piece.
Oh, Joey. Oh, so much to teach the young grasshopper. It's okay. God still loves you. And more importantly, I still love you.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking with this is we're recording. It's Easter Monday.
Yes.
Today's supposed to be a day of rest for us, a nice calm day off.
Yeah.
But it's been friggin' busy.
It has been.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are coming back. People are coming back out.
Yeah.
We tried to start this podcast like 3 or 4 times and it was like, hold on. Wait.
Well, that's because my guy is writing up an offer.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Right. And this was like a last minute Friday.
Yeah. This was a Good Friday offer. Yeah.
Sweet.
Started in Good Friday. We've been in negotiations basically since that point. Yeah. And it's still kind of coming to fruition, but yeah.
I'm saying the rosary for you tonight.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I've got good vibes. I hope this does pan out for you and your client.
Thank you.
But it's a good segue because we're done with our food talking portion of this podcast. And what I think we should be starting to do is once a month, we're going to talk about the stats.
Yes.
As much, I hate this as much as I hate Tim Hortons coffee because you get so lost in the weeds of the stats, facts, and figures.
Yep.
But I've got a pretty sweet name for it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
Translating TREBB Stats with Shark and Swan.
Translating TREBB Stats with Shark and Swan.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
So what was that? Translating TREBB Stats. So
TREBB-SWSS.
TREBB-S.
I don't know.
Yeah. T.T.S.S.
Market talk.
It's the jazz market talk.
Do jazz hands. Jesus, that was really good. I felt like for a second, like, yeah, give me a.
We'll do it. Yeah, we'll do a jazz segment every start of these episodes.
Okay. So lead us in. What's the opening soundtrack to the Translating TREBB Stats with Shark and Swan?
I got some more.
That was a high five. Woo! All right, I'm feeling it. We're 3 coffees deep.
Yeah, we are.
We had a crazy big shawarma for lunch.
Yeah, that
Mr.
was
Zagros.
Delicious. Yeah,
and now we really got to stop talking about food and talk about.
We're gonna get into
the month of March.
The month of March.
So our solemn promise to all of you faithful listeners at home is when we do these TREBB market talks, we're gonna make it fun.
Yep.
We're gonna make it easy to understand. And Joey's always gonna start off with a jazz quartet.
I can do the whole thing. If
Please, just rip, just go for it. I'm gonna have some coffee. Wow. Is there anything you can't do? That's amazing. So let's maybe talk about what we're kind of seeing based on a high level. Like what are you experiencing? The phones are ringing.
Yes.
The texts are going off.
If we're talking feet on the ground, people are coming back out. Mm-hmm. Buyers for on my end especially are coming back out, having phone calls. What's happening? We might want to. It's kind of time. We're starting to look seriously.
Yep.
And it's happening more and more numbers.
Yep. And we're seeing more bidding wars.
Bidding wars are coming back.
Yep.
The chatter of bidding wars, if you're keeping your eye on things, it's real. It's real. Yeah.
I've lost 3.
Right.
Big L.
Yeah.
I'm just big Savell, big L this month.
So you've lost 3.
I've lost 3.
And how many competing?
The highest was, I feel like 9.
Okay.
9 or 10.
Yeah.
Can't remember. We in all 3, we came in second. 3 different clients.
I can't believe that. So we're back into like almost double digits or potentially double digits in the people that are bidding on it.
Kind of, sort of. There was just one that was in double digits. The rest were, I think, sub 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And look, there was a little bit of shadiness that happened on the other side. Like, I think we should have won some of them. We weren't completely communicated clearly, but that doesn't matter because there are real other people bidding up against us. And that's kind of the point that we're trying to make here is that it's busy again.
It's busy again.
All of our listings sold.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
Everything was gone within, rolls on was like a week.
Yeah. Top of the year. Yeah.
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 Moving things are out there. And I think part of that is buyers are kind of like, hey, these are the rates.
Well, so that's a piece of it because Bank of Canada is now kind of like, we're finally at this point of like, okay, well, let's wait and see what happens. And it's letting people to believe that, hey, now I know what the scenario is. Like, here's what I can actually afford. Instead of, next week, are they going to jack at another 0.5%, another 1%? What's the plan?
Yeah.
So it's bringing people back into that. And then you have like, not to get too into the weeds, but like inflation also dropped quite a bit. So this is that thing of like, okay, let's just see what happens. It's bringing people back into more confidence.
I think inflation is going down, down.
Listen, we're starting a music podcast. I swear to God.
Don't you remember that song? Doom, doom, doom. Down, No,
I don't.
Okay. Before your time.
I'm into it. I'm letting you keep going.
Thank you. Well, inflation is down. We're like at 5, just over 5%.
Yeah, just over 5%, and we came down quite a bit. So it's I think if I, not being an economist, if I was watching a number, I'd be keeping my eye on inflation, because if that starts rising again, then government needs to start doing something and interest rates can start maneuvering.
Yeah. And I think the challenge is inflation is measured across Canada.
Yeah.
And we have a local Toronto market, and our Toronto market is starting to increase again.
Yeah.
So it's going to be, you got to separate the two, that the inflation rate is across Canada. And what we're talking about is how crazy it is in our major metropolitan city like Toronto.
Yeah.
Cool. One of the things that I like doing when I'm looking at the stats is I don't really care too much about year over year.
Yes. Year over year is great if you're looking for big cyclical trends. But
that's a nice word. Cyclical trends.
Cyclical trends.
Good job.
Nice and large. Wow. But when you're talking about real time, like if someone's calling and saying, hey, we're thinking of buying within the next 6 months, am I going to look at year over year stats? No, I'm not. I'm going to tell you what's happening now. And what's better to kind of, to check that out is to look either month over month or quarterly.
Yeah. 3 months.
Every 3 months.
Yeah.
And that gives you a better gauge of what's happening in real time as opposed to what happened last year.
Yeah. I love it. I think it's a trend.
Yeah.
We're trying to see what direction things are going, right? Because pricing is more of an art than a science. It's not an exacting thing.
Yes.
And so we can't tell you it's going to go up 8% over the next 6 months, but we can say like, hey, prices are starting to increase. We see that this change happening. And I think 3 months is the right amount of time to be studying the market to get a gauge of where things are going.
Exactly.
Cool. One thing that I saw that was quite interesting. So we're looking at kind of January to now.
Yeah.
And sales, they've doubled since January.
That's right.
January is a weird month because it's after Christmas. It is generally slower.
Yeah.
But we're already at 6,900 sales versus
3,100 in January. Yeah.
Did I steal your thunder there?
No. I was just kind of clarifying. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
No, you're absolutely right. And and this is, I'll clarify, this is sales. This is not prices. Prices have not doubled since January.
Yes.
This is the amount of transactions and the amount of activity that's picking up.
Yeah. I find the media likes to play that game.
Yeah.
They talk sales and prices, but they don't really clarify one over the other. Like they make a big deal when sales go up or down.
Yeah.
Where I think if you're a buyer specifically, price is the more important stat to be studying.
100%.
Sales.
Yeah.
Like sales will tell you the activity, like how much, how active things are out there.
Yeah.
But price is what you're paying.
100%.
Right. So sales have doubled since January, but not so much prices.
No.
But prices are up.
But I was going to say, so prices have started trending upwards. Not like nothing as crazy as let's say February
of last year.
Mm-hmm. But they started moving up, and the uptick is starting to kick into gear.
Yeah,
could be spring market, but the sentiment right now is that the confidence is coming back with people. So yeah.
No, I feel that. I think that's spot on. And I love it when like what we see is backed up by the numbers.
Right.
Because that's like the two forces coming together.
Yeah. The art and the science.
Well, the shark and the swan.
The shark and the swan.
I don't know what sound that was. It was like a helicopter.
Is that in water?
Yeah, that's the sharks don't make sounds. We know this. But I feel if they did, there would be an aggressive sound.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. That's a dog. Okay. Moving on. Oh, goodness.
All right.
One thing that I like looking at, and I think this is a really cool indicator to get a sense of where the market's at, is days on market.
Right.
So in the heat of the market, days on market is really low. You're looking at probably like 7 to 14 days. So that means within 1 to 2 weeks, a place is going to be gone.
Yeah.
In January, we were at 41 days. So it's over a month it's going to take to sell.
Yeah.
And we've had some listings back in January that took that long.
They sat
for a bit, right? We're down to 27 days now in March.
Yeah. So think of that number. Okay. You're going from, we say 41.
Yeah.
So you're going from 41 days to 27 days that it takes you to sell your place. Mm-hmm. That's a pretty big jump.
Mm-hmm.
That's the quick trend. That's from January. That's just from January to March.
And that's on average.
Yes.
We know damn well it's happened.
It's happening quicker.
Roseon was less than 7 days.
Yeah.
And if I didn't hold off for offers, I'd probably be gone in like 2 days.
Yeah.
So 27 is the average, but I'm seeing it sell a lot quicker out there.
Yeah, 100%. It's something I want to, since we're on this point, something I want to point out that I thought was kind of interesting is if you actually look at the sale price over list price ratios, we're still not where we were. It's picking up and it's trending towards that. But as of right now, if you were to look in January, February of last year, your average sale over listing ratio is like 111%. So easy numbers is $1 million to sell a house. Then you've sold it for $1,101,000.
Close enough.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get the sentiment. Yeah.
So right now, back then we were looking at 111 was the average, around the average anyways. And Today, we're looking at closer to like 101 to 103% over list price. So the price gaps is not as crazy as it used to be, although this is once again talking averages. So a lot of people are still pricing extremely low, but something to be said about the fact that it's not as crazy as it was in the peak.
No, that's a really good point, because like what you're saying is, okay, expect bidding wars, but don't expect as crazy of a price as we saw last year. And that's good advice for buyers and sellers.
Right.
If you're putting your place up, you'll probably sell over asking, but not to the same level as we saw last year. And if you're buying, you're going to have to pay more, but not as much as last year.
Exactly.
Right.
Yep.
So we're in some new norm. Just forget about last year on all levels. It wasn't normal. You know, we don't want that anymore. Like I wouldn't want to go back to that market. It was not fun for anyone.
No, it wasn't. Yeah. It's a new norm, and it's a new conversation. We're in completely different circumstances across the board.
Yeah. Now, one thing I saw that I was quite intrigued by was all 4 sectors of the market. So that's condos, townhomes, semis, and detached homes. They all had more sales.
Right.
So we're seeing this activity right across the board in all types of housing in Toronto.
Yes. Yeah. And that's, it's not moving on. I mean, would you say it's moving on a higher scale on higher priced places than you would in lower priced?
Okay. So interesting. This is kind of hard to wrap your head around, but condos had the most amount of sales out of all 4 segments.
Yes.
They recorded like 1,400 sales in March. But the condo prices have been the average price has been relatively stagnant.
Yeah.
It hasn't really shot up or dropped down. So I think that speaks to the point of like, you know, think about when you go to the beach. Right now, you're getting your knees wet. It's not up to your waist yet, right? So it's not crazy busy, but it's getting there.
Yeah.
And condos is a good indicator because that's the most affordable.
That's the starting point, right? When you talk about all the first-time home buyers, you're a lot of times you're looking at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to lead to headlines down the road when like, oh, sales are up crazy numbers. That's going to give the average person reading those headlines like, oh, maybe I should like FOMO and maybe I should get into the market.
Yep.
We're seeing sales are up.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. The other thing, okay, I'll bring this up as well. Something I found kind of interesting is months of inventory.
Talk about that.
Yeah. So if for those that don't know what months of inventory is, it's probably the best way to read a market and how kind of tight and in a seller's or buyer's market we're in. Easy way. So the actual math behind it quickly is you take the active listings within a month and then you divide that by the active sales in a month. And it gives you a number. It spits out a number, and that number is either between 1 and 3, which is a seller's market. That means it's easier to sell your house and more people are willing to buy. Between 4 and 6 is kind of a balanced market, so you're kind of even keel. And then you have 6 plus tends to be a buyer's market. In Toronto, seeing something in a buyer's market that's been a long time since that's been a thing. Yeah. But right now, so over basically from the peak to where we are, kind of, I would say 2022, the end of 2022, numbers of months of inventory have climbed like slowly. So it's been like 2 months of inventory to 2.5 months of inventory, and then it kind of hit like a 2.8 months of inventory, and then all of a sudden in January it dropped from 2.8 and 2. I think it was 2.5 for the general GTA. It dropped down to like 1.8 again, and it's like a hard drop again, and that's a lot. Think of it this way: a lot of activity is picked up. So right now we're seeing sellers and buyers both moving in the same direction. More people are coming to the table, but the buyers seem to be outpacing the sellers.
Right. There's no inventory. We've got a lot of buyers. There's just not much for us to show them of quality inventory.
Yeah.
And like one thing a conversation I'm finding myself telling buyers, because they're like, oh, this property just came to market. How low do you think they'll go? And I have to quickly stop them and say, no, it's no longer like that.
Right.
Like they've got a bid date. They've artificially priced it low. The expectation is over list.
Yeah.
And I think people are so used to the headlines for the last 6 months that they think this is continuing.
Right.
And we're here to tell you it's changing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're thinking of selling a place, any sellers that are listening, you should be having these conversations either with us or your realtor, preferably us now, because I think the next 3 months are going to be insanely busy.
Yeah, I do too. I feel like it's 2023. We're up for a busy year.
Say that again.
2023. We're up for a busy year. Yeah. What did you think? I
heard 23andMe. I thought you were doing like some ancestry.
And their sponsors, 23andMe.
Well, speaking of sponsors, we're going to have some listings coming up that will be sponsoring the show.
Right. Yeah.
There are listings. Yeah. We've got a lot coming to market, and that's good because we're not. It's still not going to be enough. I think there's going to be far more buyers outpacing listings out there, but we've got a couple places coming up. I have a 1-bed coming up at Avenue in St. Clair.
Right.
I have a 2-bedroom at Aura Condos right in the core. Beautiful 45th floor, crazy corner views, like incredible. I have a penthouse coming up.
The penthouse king over here.
Keep it on the low. That coming up. I have a condo, a 2-bed coming up in the Canary District.
Right.
That's going to be priced quite well. It's a really sweet spot there. You got everything in one little pocket. I love how they design that community. So like it's getting busy.
Yeah.
I kind of think those days on the market we were talking about earlier, they're at 27. I see it going sub 20.
I believe it.
By June.
I believe it because bidding wars are so the 7 buyers or the 9 buyers they're all still looking.
Preach.
8 of the 9 are still looking for that next spot. And is that number going to keep adding month over month?
I think so.
Well, yeah.
Bank of Canada is going to be meeting, I believe, this upcoming week.
Yeah, it's on Wednesday, if I'm mistaken. Yeah.
And all indications are that they're going to hold their rate again. Yeah. So that's going to you're going to excite a whole nother group of potentials that were on the fence saying like, well, you know what? Rates are what they are. Let's get in the market.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cool. You know what I want to tell you?
What?
When we were on college, we were standing for the procession. We were in front of a convenience store. They sold flowers and some vegetables. And I turned around and the guy was wearing a Big P potato jacket.
No way.
You know what I was saying? Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, like Big P. He had no idea what I was talking about. He's like, tulips? Like he was telling me the flower. He's like, no, Big P, your jacket. It was me to tell you that. Shout out Big P potatoes.
Big P potatoes.
Yeah, love them. We got to get some of those jackets.
Oh man, they look wicked.
Or at least a hat.
Yeah.
I'm easy. Okay. Getting back into the market. Anything else you're seeing out there that you think is noteworthy?
I think I've covered my kind of main points I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
Anything on your end?
Yeah, I think we're having this kind of high level conversation, but if you're listening and you want a more specific opinion or our take on anything, reach out to us. We're friendly.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. Even honestly, even just to talk market, give us a shout.
Yeah, and all this stuff, I put on we put out our monthly newsletter. This is all going to be the newsletter. Yep. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can go to torontolivings.com and sign up for our newsletter where we kind of break this down in a little bit more detail, but still very light.
Yes. Still in plain English.
Yes. Yeah. as much English as we know as we put into this newsletter. But we also send out a secondary newsletter that covers over 150 neighborhoods in the city.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's a really detailed report. So if you live in Roncy or High Park or whatever area you live in, we've got stats for specifically those micro neighborhoods.
That's right. Yeah. If you're curious about something that you have in a spot, you can dive in a little deeper than just general statistics.
Yeah, we cover it all.
Yeah,
the entire market.
We're just amazing, I think.
I'm going to agree with you on that one. High five? High fives. Any shout outs?
Shout outs. I did have a shout out.
Michael Jordan? Oh, wait, you give me this look. Who's shouting out?
No. I almost said Tim Hortons, but I won't shout out.
All right, I'll tell you what. If days on market don't get below 20 by the June numbers, I will drink a Tim Hortons coffee of your choice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't even have to be an espresso. I'd prefer if it was only an espresso, but if it's something bigger,
No. I don't support the coffee. I support the espresso specifically. And I'm actively supporting it.
Can I get like a macchiato at least with the foam on top?
I think they do that.
They do that. Yeah. I one time broke and had a macchiato from Timmy's. But you have to you got to throw in your feet. You got to espresso.
Espresso.
Yeah, not espresso.
Espresso from the express drive-through.
Oh, you're driving then and paying. But I'm not going to lose.
Trust me, it's my treat.
Okay, so what happens if I'm right and you're wrong?
Okay, hold on.
You got to eat a salad. Do you like salad?
I mean, I like salad enough.
What don't you like?
Good question.
Do you like cardio?
Oh, I hate cardio.
Oh, you got to do 25 minutes on the treadmill.
Hold on a second here. We're talking 1, I buy you a coffee. And 2, I have to run 25 minutes. This seems very one-sided.
Okay, but this is not a coffee that I would enjoy. I'm trying to find, maybe not 25 minutes. What's something you would
No, that's it. Let's do it.
Yeah?
I'm in for the bet.
Okay.
I'm in for the bet. 25 minutes cardio. I'll be gassed after 3 seconds.
So do you think the market is not going to perform that way, or you're just being a good sport?
I'll be a good sport. Okay. I do think, honestly, we're moving in that direction. But for the fun of it.
Oh,
why not?
Can I record a podcast while you're on it?
The next one.
That would be awesome if we could pull that off. Can we do remote locations with this setup?
We can do we can figure it out.
Could be doable?
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you got a place you want to, nah. I'm not even going to start with that. It's a whole other can of worms.
Beautiful. I say, okay, let's do a little nice sum up of what we just talked about.
Okay, sure.
Nice and easy.
I like it.
Plain English. Yeah. Okay. So, curious what's happening after all, maybe the confusion. One, activity's picked up quite a bit. People are coming back around. Two, consumer confidence is coming back. So that's why we're seeing a lot more activity. Three, inventory is not keeping up for the buyers. So the prices are starting to tick upwards. Bidding wars are starting to work again. Number four. And finally, well, this is not really a finally. We already kind of said this, but prices are starting to go up, not as crazy as the peak, but the trending is moving.
A 5 for number 5. Can you sign off with a Swan song?
Which one? We going to jazz horns or are we going OG?
Jazz horns.
Okay. I still perfected it. We're going to figure it out here. Sayonara from Toronto Living's podcast.
Okay, no jazz horns, just a regular Swan. See you in episode 8. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to the Toronto Living's Real Estate Podcast. You could find more information on how we work over at torontolivings.com. Be sure to sign up for our newsletter to get price reports from over 150 different neighborhoods in the city each and every month.
If you got any value, please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And if you made it this far, thanks for listening.